Hello and welcome to a game between MaNa and DIMAGA. MaNa will be playing as the red Protoss player at the 3 o'clock position, whereas DIMAGA will be playing as the blue Zerg player at the 12 o'clock position. And at the time, around 1:05 or so game time, MaNa was coming over with one probe, and he did spot the Overlord coming for DIMAGA. So now DIMAGA will not be able to hide his Overlord even if he spots his enemy, and there's going to be one probe coming for MaNa into the base of DIMAGA to see exactly what his opponent is doing. That is the benefit of sending out one of the harvesters to check out the edge of the map, or so to speak, of your base, especially on maps like Metalopolis, because it will give you that information that will save you quite a bit of time, as this probe was trying to steal some minerals, it appears, and he's going to be harassing this drone as the extractor went down around 14 population at about the same time. There's also going to be one gateway around, I think, 12 or 13 population for the Protoss player MaNa, and MaNa will be scouting around continuously, and there's going to be one spawning for around 14 once again, and he is trying to steal some minerals, but he can't seem to make up his mind. It's kind of like gift shopping and gift buying. Can't seem to make up your mind. Then you get someone a gift card, and then they don't like that gift card, and that probe was actually almost caught in between all those drones. And what he did was he right-clicked on this patch of minerals on the left, and whenever you right-click on a patch of minerals with an harvester, the harvester will walk through enemy units and chocos, so you can actually sort of teleport a little bit beyond them, and the spawning pool is about 80 or so complete, and there's going to be a cybernetics core going up momentarily, as there is an assimilator inside the base, and the cyber core is going to go down and finish off the little wall off for MaNa, and MaNa is checking if his opponent has expanded, and he has not yet, and it looks like there's going to be 4 little Zerglings coming out along with 1 queen, and MaNa is continuing to harass. He has not yet gotten any kills on this probe, but the probe is sitting very comfortably, as that one drone is about 3 or so shots away from death, and he is trying to chase it, and the Zerglings spawn in time and will be able to move this probe away, and he might be thinking about expanding, as he does have almost 300 minerals at this moment, and he will be expanding and also researching metabolic boosts at about the same time. Meanwhile, inside the base of the Protoss player, he has queued up the sentry directly after the Zealot, which is exactly what you need to do, and it looks like the Overlord will be flying a little bit away, as he probably doesn't have to worry too much, as a Protoss player, you really do need to make that first Zealot to block off your little choke right over here to prevent the Zerglings from coming in, and the Zerglings are coming in here. We'll start picking away at the gateway, and the Zealot is going to come out and take one slice. Zealots take about 3 slices to kill off a Zerglings without the first upgrade, and looks like these Zerglings will back away since his opponent is very much aware of what he is doing. Metabolic boost is about 90 or 95 complete, and there are absolutely no drones on the gas line, at the moment, and the Overlord looks like he is set on patrol directly between the 2 bases, and the first sentry has come now. So if we take a look at the units out right now, there's a lot of probes, and 1 sentry and 1 Zealot versus 2 queens, and looks like about 4 of those Zerglings. More drones are being produced at the moment, as the first Roach Warren is going down at the back of the base, and there's going to be 1 pylon being placed at the edge. This is a very precarious situation, because this pylon only powers, I believe, the gateway. Won't be able to power the cybernetics core. That might or might not matter as we approach the later stages of the game, as this probe is coming across the map, and the probe will be able to get taken down by those speed Zerglings, and I think MaNa is thinking about expanding as well, as the hatchery is up and functional, and the Zerglings are coming in to check if his opponent has expanded, and he will be able to delay that expansion for a few seconds, as those Zerglings were able to deter that one probe from placing down the Nexus. Now the Zerglings are still running back and forth. I think it might be a good time for them to retreat, as additional reinforcements in the form of drones are being produced by DIMAGA at the moment. Another sacrificial probe is going to be sent across by MaNa, and he is going to come back, but he is not going to make it. That looks like, I think, 3 units that he lost unnecessarily. All 3 were probes, and there's a lot of sentries. There's going to be a total of 6 sentries at the moment. Roaches are being produced for DIMAGA at the moment, as he's going to be putting down a spine crawler as well. Both these players are gearing for the 2 base versus 2 base strategies, and I think he did lose 2 Zerglings there, but that's not too big of a deal, and he does see that his opponent is going to be expanding. The army size is at 47 versus 50, very, very close, as there's 2 spine crawlers now for DIMAGA. DIMAGA probably not wanting to lose out to very cutesy play by the force fields, because MaNa has been known to do very, very nice stuff with his force fields and guardian shields. We'll see if he does the same thing in this game. Next is about to be complete, as he does have a lot of those probes. He does have about 30 probes, and DIMAGA is going to be making more and more probes. Income tab does show that DIMAGA is well ahead because he has been on 2 base much longer than his opponent, and that is a lot of probes being transferred. It looks like he only has about 1/3 of his probe inside of his base, and if we take a look at the APM, both these players are very, very high. They must be really cold, or they really want to relax their fingers as 3 Stalkers are coming to the Xel'Naga Watchtower. We'll be able to take down that 1 Zergling in 2 volleys. Wow, it takes about 4 or 5 shots to take down that 1 Zergling, and the Zergling is coming off to the side, is trying to pick away at this 1 probe. The probe will come off the line and try to fight the Zergling, and this Zergling will go down. The Glial Reconstitution is being researched for the Roaches, and the Roach P and Evolution Chamber is going up momentarily for DIMAGA at the moment, and he's also going to be getting another hatchery. I really like the double hatchery or the more than 1 hatchery per base, because that will allow you to have a lot more extra production, and extra production does help tremendously. We do see the +1 missile attack is being researched for the Roaches at this moment. There is about, looks like 6 Roaches at the little back section of the mineral patch. That might be a really good place for MaNa, as he does have pretty much all full sentries full of energy, as a lot of units are marching through. There's going to be 8 Stalkers, 6 Sentries, and 5 Zealots, and these forces are coming in. DIMAGA does see him coming. He does have some Roaches at the ready. He's making 10 more Roaches at this moment, and 2 very good force fields. There's about 5 Roaches in the back and 6 Roaches in the front. The 6 Roaches in the front are going to eat it very quickly, and more force fields going up under the side, and he's microing his units away from the ramp. Perfect play there, and some of the Roaches are getting in, and he should probably renew that force field at the ramp. He is going to renew the force field. He's killing off all the Roaches in the front. More Roaches are being made by DIMAGA at this moment, and these Roaches are having a tough time dealing with these Sentries and Stalkers, because only about half of them at any given time is fighting the entire army of the Protoss, and additional force fields are going up, and these Roaches have to come out 1 at a time. This is just perfect placement of the force field. Of course, this was actually a little bit doubled, but that's quite alright, as he does have the Guardian Shield up as well as the force fields, and he's preventing the reinforcements from the main base from engaging, and the unit's loss tab does show an advantage for the Protoss player, as he is going to be losing a lot less units for those force fields and Guardian Shields, and he is trying to take down the Nexus, the hatchery, and some of these drones are coming in. The drones are going to die very quickly along with the Roaches, and the Roaches and the drones are going down very quickly, and the micro of MaNa is very great. He does have, that 1 Stalker with very little HP does go down. He's warping in some Zealots, and additional Roaches are going to come in play, as there are almost no Sentries at this moment. I believe there's going to be 1 Sentry coming up, probably just for a momentarily force field of the ramp, as that Sentry is coming, and these Stalkers are fighting off the Roaches on the side. Stalkers not really focus firing, but the Roaches are a little bit more focused. I think they're focusing on a 2 at a time. It looks like in the Stalkers we're actually losing a little bit more to the Roaches over here, and I think more Stalkers are going to be reinforcing along with some Roaches, and these Roaches are coming in very quickly, but the force field is going to go down. He doesn't have any Sentry to put additional units there. The army size is at 52 against 65 for the Zerg player, as he's going to have 9 more Roaches spawn very soon. He might want to get some force fields here to help his Stalkers, because these Stalkers are losing out to these Roaches, and Zealots are being warped in at the moment. It looks like he's going to push forward once again, but he has hurt DIMAGA quite a bit, because he is not going to be making as many minerals per minute, because he had to pull all of his drones off the line, and these Roaches are going to be engaging these Stalkers. The Roaches moving back. I'm not sure if that was the best idea. He is getting clustered into the corner here, and the Roaches have free reign on the hatchery. He is trying to kill it off, and the Stalkers are microing very well now. The Roaches also microing very well, and he puts a critical force field there. He needed that force field to discourage any additional reinforcements, and I don't think additional reinforcements will show up in time. There's going to be 6 popping up anytime soon, and some of the Roaches are inside, and they will be able to come out as the force field has expired, and these Stalkers with their focus fire will be able to take down the forces of DIMAGA. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. If you like what you see, please do subscribe to me at youtube.com/GGYourface. Thanks for listening. Happy holidays. See you guys at the next game.